Who? Chris Watts, a name that once echoed through the quiet streets of Frederick, Colorado, now resides in the dark corridors of infamy. But how did a seemingly ordinary man become one of the most notorious criminals in recent memory? It all began with a facade of suburban bliss, a picture-perfect family living in a cozy home on Saratoga Trail. Chris Watts was a husband, a father of two young daughters, and a seemingly dedicated employee at a local oil and gas company. From the outside, everything appeared harmonious, but behind closed doors, tensions simmered and secrets festered. As the summer of 2018 unfolded, cracks began to appear in the facade. Why? Chris' relationship with his wife, Shannon, had deteriorated, strained by financial pressures and unspoken resentments. Arguments became more frequent, and the once loving couple found themselves drifting apart. When, on August 13th, 2018, Shannon returned home from a business trip with their daughters, Bella and Celeste, to what should have been a warm welcome. Instead, she was met with cold silence. Chris had made a decision, one that would shatter their family forever. In a moment of rage, fueled by a toxic combination of anger, frustration, and desperation, Chris Watts committed the unthinkable. He murdered his wife and daughters, extinguishing their lives in a brutal act of violence. Where? He buried Shannon in a shallow grave near an oil storage facility and dumped his children's bodies into crude oil tanks. But the horror didn't end there. In a desperate attempt to cover up his crimes and escape the consequences, Chris concocted a web of lies, spinning a narrative of deception that would unravel under the scrutiny of law enforcement. As investigators pieced together the evidence, the truth emerged, a chilling tale of betrayal and brutality that shocked the nation. Chris Watts was arrested and charged with the murders of Shannon, Bella, and Celeste, and he ultimately pleaded guilty to multiple counts of first-degree murder. Many stories, we don't know why, who, where, when, and how, but in this one we have all the answers. Today, Chris Watts sits behind bars, condemned not only by the justice system but by the weight of his own conscience. His once idyllic life now reduced to a grim existence within the confines of a prison cell, a stark reminder of the consequences of unchecked anger and the devastating ripple effects of domestic violence. And while his name may fade from headlines, the memory of his heinous deeds will forever haunt the quiet streets of Frederick, Colorado. Here are pictures of Chris Watts and his family. Please remember to like and subscribe if you like the content.